Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It's the City of Liverpool, it's non-league legend, and we're here with you today for episode 21 in the Emirates FA Cup third qualifying round. We've got Halesowen Town, who are in the division above us, and hopefully we can do another job today against a side in a higher level, and we can get through to the fourth qualifying round and be one game away from making the FA Cup proper. Anyhow, we have to get through Halesowen Town first, but we have to mention our league form. We've won 6 from 6, we're top of the table, but we also have to mention that Stocksbridge and Derringham Town have not lost a game in the league. We actually have Derringham Town next, and depending on how quickly this game goes, if it was a 1-0 win and it was like a 5-minute video, we will probably make it a doubleheader. If not, I think the FA Cup takes a little bit of, highlight just because of how much money it brings in and stuff. We will look at the finances as well. Anyway, Derry Town, Stockbridge obviously undefeated. It just shows that unlike last season where we ran away from the league at the early doors, we went undefeated, went on a massive winning streak. Looks like this year it won't happen because there's a lot of teams of quality around us and there's a lot of teams that are going to duke it out for those last 2 relegation spots. In terms of who we played last, we beat Romania 2-0, and we beat Marski United, who were undefeated till they played us 3-1. Jack Dudley scored in the first one. Didn't score in this one, but Jamie McDonald did. In terms of the finances, we've actually been making a little bit of money at the moment, and we're up to 34k. Last month we obviously made a profit as well, which was good because the FA Cup's been drawing in a nice large crowd. We've been drawn at home, which is great, so our stadium actually fits 5,000 people. I don't think we'll be getting 5,000, we're getting enough. And obviously Oxford City brought in a few fans too, so the revenue from the FA Cup's been quite good, and then obviously get money from the from making it past a certain rounds. So to get to the first round proper and maybe get a big side, hopefully away, and they fill out their stadium would be nice. You get a Sky Bet League 2 side, would be, would probably get pumped. But, the money would be good. And that just has so much good flow-on effect for the save because it gives you more money, more wage. We can attract a higher caliber of player that's on a free agent, for instance, and instead of them not being on wanting to relocate because I don't have the finance, all of a sudden I can throw them a little bit of money, and they do, stuff like that just matters. Anyway, we are going to go with this team here. It is our normal full strength side, 4-4-2. Got to mention Ben Ledger's declined, or will not decline. He's been growing, but not growing because of how high the division we're in now. So he's not been sensational. Johnson's actually still doing it, so is Rory Swain. Look, I'm going to say this team's top, and defensively we're not great, but going forward we are. And secondly is that we beat a side in Oxford City last time. Can we beat a side like this, that are only 1 level above us, not 2? Anyway, boys, I'm going to tell them to carry on where they came off with last match. I have full faith in the lads to do a job here. In terms of opposition instructions, I don't think there's any real need, but if they come out and play a possession-based system, and saying that, Kemi Oxton is probably the best player I've seen so far in the save. I might press him, just to maybe hopefully rush his 13 passing. But apart from that, I'm never really at lower levels do much of that anyhow in terms of setting up pressing triggers. Obviously with Bright Lights and Sunderland, which I do recommend, links in the description below to, follow us on Twitch, which we do stream Bright Lights, but obviously subscribe to the YouTube. Bright Lights is one of our playlists. I'm not going to comment about both sides. We are in the purple and they are in the white. We obviously set up a lot of pressing triggers at Sunderland. Here we don't. Hopefully we'll be okay, and hopefully we can do another job and get through to the fourth round of qualifying for the FA Cup. Look, I'm not looking at us to, win this game convincingly or anything. Johnson header is wide and Sanders will clear, and maybe we can get the ball back. Actually, it looks like Robertson's going to get it. We might get hit on the break here with Halesowen Town coming forward down his left-hand side. Robertson's been in a couple. Good ball in the box. A volley from Dubidant, and it's over the bar. And on the break went Halesowen Town, but luckily for us, it is still 0-0. They've already had 3 shots. Wow, so have we now. Game of end-to-end, but we haven't seen much in terms of clear-cut highlights in the first 10 minutes. But, if we were to lose here, it wouldn't surprise me. They're a team that are in second in the division above. They lost their last game. When we last checked last episode, they were undefeated. They lost against Chippenham, who were third in their division. So, they're obviously very good in the league that they're in, and we're obviously below them in terms of level. So you're not expecting to do too much. We weren't expecting to do anything against Oxford City. We absolutely FM'd them. And it's a highlight here with Louis and a Dizzy. Dizzy's got that good range of passing instead. He gives it short to Louis, which I don't mind. So keeping it short's fine. And into Dizzy again, who does look forward, not much on, but finds Bondswell. Bondswell now finds Dizzy again. We're keeping it well, probing the spaces here in the Bondswell. Bondswell now, we're still keeping it. Possession football from City of Liverpool, unbelievable. I think we're about 3 or 4 years away from implementing that. And now Jack Dudley from distance. Oh my God, Jack Dudley, eat your heart out. What a goal from the boys. It's his 17th of the season in competitive football. And we're not even in December. Look, it's a great, well-worked move because unlike what we usually do at City Liverpool, where it's just be direct, exploit spaces, we've kept it, we've probed the spaces in front of the back four, waited for the opportunity to get someone into the hole. And as you can see, in the hole of all four players, Jack Dudley gets it, turns and smacks. And we are 1-0 up here. Sensational start for the boys. Both teams have had 7 shots. We've actually put a chance on target. And we're 1-0 up. And we could be 1-0 up at half time. Look, we have to be careful though. We were 1-0 down against Oxford City. And then we went on to win 2-1. So we got to make sure we tell the boys that we, that we're pleased with how things are going. But make sure that they don't get, too ahead of themselves. It could have worked to say don't get complacent out here. But the only problem with that is it probably might demotivate them because they are beating a side in the level above us. So err on the side of caution and keep them happy. Anyhow, 58 minutes played, time's ticking away, and we're still 1-0 up. And I tell you what, it's been a fairly even game against a side in the level above. And we've got another highlight here with Denson in the Dizzy. I tell you what, Louis on top of the box, hit it, Louis, first time, it takes a touch, hits it, and I tell you what, the keeper was beat, but unfortunately, it just creeps past the outside of the post. Ruff now with a free kick, hits it, what a free kick too, and they're back on level terms. Charlie Ruff has put it into the top bins, and there is not much you can do about that one there. Look at that from Charlie Ruff. What a free kick. And to go back to level terms just like that is really upsetting. Good night, Mum. But yeah, it's 74 minutes played. We're going to make a change here. Jamie McDonald's not his best of games. I'm actually going to get Jamie Hinchcliffe on, but not as a striker. I'm going to get Carl Noon up as an advanced forward, but Hinchcliffe into as a winger. Hinchcliffe's obviously pretty quick, and Carl Noon's pretty good as playing as an advanced forward. Played it last season. And in terms of changes here, we probably need to make another change now as well. Bonswell's had a good game, but not his best game. I'm going to get Hunter in for a little bit of pace out on the left. Maybe we can find that last chance on the break, late doors, and win it. I'm not going to go commit men forward here against Halesowen Town. I will take a replay, but with 30 seconds to go, it would be a great time to score. It would be a horrible time to concede. Anyway, Denson now, all the way back to Ben. I think it's going to be a pointless highlight. But Ben, if he goes long, we win a flick on. You never know. Anyway, he does go long. There's no flick on to be won here. Sanders gets it, takes it under control into Marshall. Marshall there into Sanders. Sanders now with the ball into Marshall. Marshall looks long into Cairns. Oh my God, Roberts is in here. Can we defend Ruff? They're going to get a chance to swing it into the box. Ruff instead shot. It's blocked. And it's going to be full time, and it's going to be a replay that is going to be needed to separate us and Halesowen Town. You will see that in this episode. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back for that going there. I'm going to tell the boys I'm happy with that. Against the level above, I'm pretty happy with that one there. In saying that, though, what we could do, it depends when this game is going to be scheduled. We could do Derryham and do a double game here and then do a double game somewhere else. That could be really interesting to do as well. A League Cup doubleheader sounds tantalising, especially against a side that hasn't lost in the league yet as well. But we'll wait and see when this game is scheduled. Disappointing to concede to such a moment of brilliance because we obviously defended well enough to not concede from open play. But when you concede to a moment of brilliance, you have to hold your hands up and say it was just too good. Obviously, we're pretty happy with that. We're going to attend the press conference. Yes, I'm pleased we weren't given much of a chance today. Probably a fair assessment. Maybe should have made a whole event. There's not a lot you can do when you can see goals like that. Don't want to comment on other players. Dudley gets man of the match, which is great. Derryham Town's game has been moved, which means that we got the FA Cup game against Halesowen Town in 3 days' time. So instead of doing a League Cup doubleheader, it's going to be a back-to-back FA Cup YouTube episode, and I'll see you in just a second for the replay against Halesowen Town. Welcome back, YouTube. Forgot about this. The FA Cup fourth qualifying draw is going to be today, isn't it? We may as well watch it because there is a possibility that we are going to beat Halesowen Town and we will need to play this game. We'll be one game away from the FA Cup properly. There's a lot of Vamarana national sides in and around, isn't there? Look at them all. But there's also a lot of non-league sides that maybe we could get. There's a League 2 side. Okay, League 2 football. Could we get a league side? Could we get a plum tie against a League 2 team? Please? City Liverpool and Halesowen Town, we're out. Who we're going to get? Bromley in the National League. Bromley is who we could play if we get through to the next round. Are Bromley professional? Just off the top of my head. Are they a professional club or semi-professional? They are a professional club. It'll be the first professional club that we've played in the save. if we beat Halesowen Town. Anyhow, I will see you for the Halesowen Town game in just a second. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a cracker. Will we win in normal time? Will they win in normal time? Will it need penalties? Will it need extra time? We'll find out in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, YouTube. It's the third qualifying round replay against Halesowen Town. Bromley awaits the winner. I would love it to be us. I want to play that professional side. Test yourself against a professional side that really trains for this moment. In terms of what we're going to do, we are going to play the same team. Dizzy's not 100% fit, but apart from that, everyone else is really up for this. I expect Halesowen Town to be a lot better at home, considering how good they've been in the league above from us, and we are against a side that is of a better nature. I'm still just going to only press Augustine, and that's it. By the way, what was Roof's free kicks, considering he scored one? 10. That's actually really good for this level. He actually looks like a sensational little player, Roof. Yeah, he's not bad at all. If he could actually play back a line, he would actually be very solid. Anyway, it's going to be them in the blue, us in the white all of a sudden. I would have liked to seen us wear purple. Anyhow, are we going to win this game? Are we going to get back with a replay? Or will it be Halesowen Town getting through to the next round of the FA Cup? Look, win this game, we're going to be one win away from the first round proper. But, you know, if you win this game, you're going to come against a Bromley side that's a professional. And we have down to bare bones in terms of the right. Look, we can figure this two ways. We can either bring Jamie Hinkley, who's really aggressive, or we're going to bring David Hillebury. I'm going to bring David on for Noon and then get Dizzy off for David and then get Hinkley out there is probably what the plan's going to be. But Noon is injured and he's off. Sanders frozen into the box. Denson heads away, but only as far as Sanders. And here comes Densley from... Oh, my days. Calvin Dinsley has scored a worldie, and we are 1-0 down. What a strike from Calvin Dinsley. Ball into Sanders, headed away. Sanders gets on it, just gives it to Dinsley, who turns, who hits it one touch. And what a hit. We're not live on Twitch, but that's probably a not bad place to, you know, explain what's going on here. As Ruffy from free kick, Ben says, only as far as Dinsley blocked, thank God. Almond plays as another Australian streamer. I recommend you go check him out. He probably just finished his stream. He said when he's finishing stream, he's going to come follow me because I was watching him whilst in between recording videos. He's a good lad. Get around him. Give him some love. Anyway, header away there, and off we go. Dizzy now. Can we go on the break here? This will probably be our best opportunity to score, I reckon, is on the break. Dizzy into Louis. Louis now. There's numbers forward. Can he find a ball over the top? He looks for McDonald. McDonald's there. He's 1v1. He hits it, and just like that, City and Liverpool are back level. And Calvin's wonder goal is cancelled out by an incisive counter-attack by the Perps. And Jamie McDonald, and of course it's him, the man that was sensational last season, the man that's always sensational, the man that I'm going to try and keep at this club for as long as freaking possible, has put it in, and it's 1-1 in the FA Cup third qualifying round. It's the only chance we've had. Unlike the last game, which was end-to-end, shots everywhere, 5 shots 2 to 2 shots 2. There we go. 42 minutes played, game's ticking away here. Is it going to be a highlight before half-time? Doesn't look like it. And at half-time, it's going to be 1-1. There is a knock being picked up also by someone else. It has been picked up by Dizzy's, who's not 100% fit. I'm going to tell the boys I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Dizzy's going to come off. I don't know what the injury is. I'm going to put Hillebury into ball-winning midfielder because he can play it. And I'm going to get Jamie Hinkley out on the right because he can technically play out there a little bit. And he's just going to have to do a job. We're down to bare bones in terms of right wingers at the moment at the club. We've got Kelly out injured and now Noon's out injured. Anyway, it's a highlight. Straight away from half-time. Ben goes long. McDonald doesn't win, but David doesn't win either. I was about to say, but David should win this one. He doesn't. Anyway, we press Augustine, but he's got that 13 passing. It's a good pass out there to Askew. Askew in a rough. Rough now with the ball. Here comes Halesowen Town, building up from the back. Great ball into the box. What a cross that was from is it Duff or Rough? It's Rough. From Rough. We scored the free kick last time. He's got a good leg on him. He can pick a pass or hit a free kick. Anyway, 55 minutes played. Denson. Jamie McDonald. Can he turn? Finds Denson inside the Louis. Louis now. Can he find a pass? Into David. David now. His ball there. It's not the best of balls. And Louis is going to clear. But only as far as Sumner. And Sumner now into Louis. Into Bonsdale. He's got a good cross on him. He runs inside. Ball through. Jack Dudley's there. It falls to Jamie. And we're 2-1 up here in the FA Cup. Third qualifying round in the replay. A little bit of good fortune about it. It was a great move. It probably deserved to finish with an opportunity. It should have fallen for Jack Dudley, but it was a crunching challenge by the defender. I don't know who it was, but it was a great tackle from Strange, but it fell perfectly to Jamie Hinchcliffe, who's playing out there on the right in his unpreferred role, and he's hit it across the keeper. Shenton couldn't do nothing about it. We're 2-1 up in the FA Cup third qualifying round. Could we see it out? Maybe, but it's a highlight, and Augustine goes through into Diadu. I don't know how you're going to pronounce that. Anyway, he goes long. It's a great ball over the top. Roberts is in 1v1. Can Ledger save us? He can. What a save from Ben. And in the 63rd minute, it's going to be a corner for Halesowen Town, but Ben with the save. And we are still flying here and flying high as we're still 2-1 up. Are we about to pull off another FA Cup upset? Hopefully we can. Unfortunately for us, though, is we've already made 2 changes. So if it did have to go to extra time, we would only be able to make 1. Actually, I think you're allowed an extra 1. But, if we were to make a third change now and they were to score, it puts all our eggs in one basket. Anyway, time's ticking away here. I'm going to leave it go, and then we're going to, never mind. They're going to score from a corner, aren't they? Augustine back post. It's headed over by Cairns, thank God. Look, all I'm going to say is this. I'm going to pause it before something else happens. I'm going to leave it late. Going to leave it the same system, and then we're going to take off Dudley, go to 5 at the back, and we're going to pray for Almighty that we can hang on here. Anyway, we're going to press play, and you know what the plan is. Time's ticking away here. Just before we make that change, Askew throws it in, but Sumner clears. Does it fall to us? It doesn't. Strange now knocks it into Augustine. It's got to be now or never for Halesowen Town. Cairns from distance blocked. From distance again. Oh my days. It's found its way in. Ben's got to save that, doesn't he? And it's 2-2. Joe Cairns or Carnes or Joe has scored. I'm not going to say he scored an absolute beauty. It's gone in. It's a nice strike. He hits it well. To be honest, it starts out there. It kills back in. But I think Ben's got to save that. And in the 90th minute, we concede. And it is going to be 2-2. Denson throws it in to Jamie McDonald. Don't you dare concede in the 94th minute. No way. Sanders now. Still with Sanders. Whips it in. Ball back stick. Johnson clears, but not well. Diadu's there. You've got to be fucking kidding me. 30 seconds over time. Referee lets it play. The ball falls there. And he hits a wonder goal. Can we score from kickoff? We don't even get time. Wow. We're out of the FA Cup in the most cruelest way. Leading in the 90th. They scored smack bang on the 90th. We were about to make a change. They go 5 at the back in defensive. Maybe we should have went defensive earlier. And then in the 95th minute, Dave scores a beauty, and we're out of the FA Cup in the third qualifying round. We can't fault no one's effort. Denson's had a shocker there. He's made a couple of mistakes, and it's cost us both goals. What can I say? What a cup run. What a magical run. To lose like that is just leaves a dirty taste in your mouth, doesn't it? Colenoon's out for 3 weeks. Dizzy's out for 1 to 2 days. We'll do the press conference here. It gives us a chance to focus elsewhere. I think Halesowen Town are as good as people make them out to be. I thought we gave them a game. We could have beat them on another day. It's true. We're 5 minutes away from it. We don't want to comment on individual performances. Everyone in the association can be proud. Is anybody really surprised? Look, I don't think there should be enough stoppage time. The ball goes out for a throw in the 94th minute. It should be full time. I don't know how he adds on an extra 30 seconds. If he's adding it on for the celebration, they celebrated. It should just be still full time. I can't see how they came up with that number, but hey, it's not the first time it's cost us, nor will it be the last. We've got a long save of this. We can take a lot of positives out of this. I'd rather not talk about it in this moment. No one likes to lose. We can take solace for keeping things more competitive, I guess. I wanted to keep him out there for the pitch. It's none of their business. He's made 2 mistakes. Apparently, we're in for Lee Edwards. I don't know who you are. We'll give you a scout. He doesn't look that great. I won't be discussing the story. We gets $960 for... well, pounds, we call it bucks here in Australia, for getting through or losing that game. We were oh so close to playing a professional side in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and we were oh so close to beating another side in the division above us. Look, if we're doing that to the sides in the division above us, and we're beating sides in the Vanarama National League South, we can maybe get promoted this season, maybe look towards the top end of this table. Anyhow, from Damien, from the city of Liverpool, from non-league to legend, that is the episode done. If you've enjoyed episode 21, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and give it a like, and also come and follow the Twitch link below, as we do stream a lot on Twitch. However, we are about to go to Sydney. This last episode I'll film before I do go to Sydney. I will be releasing all these videos out over time in Sydney, and then we'll take a day off from releasing videos on the Sunday and the Monday, hopefully focusing on a grand final for my state girls. But we will be back on the Monday night with some streaming. It will be some bright lights and maybe some FM League action as well. So go and follow that Twitch link. As always, from Damien, from City Liverpool, and from Non-League to Legend, thank you and goodbye.